everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, on the heels, doesn't this thing give you a headache? On the heels of Harry and Meghan returning to the UK after pushing censorship in America as hard as they could in a black ops operation to destroy the United States' First Amendment on the 250th birthday, while King Charles comes over here and bumps around like the Islamo communist technocrat globalist that he is. But Harry and Meghan, of course, the royal family, Harry and Meghan have always been on the royal family website. They've always been working together, as TRG has provided the receipts on her multiple videos on her channel, showing that the royal family has been supporting and directing Harry and Meghan all along. And of course, a part of Harry and Meghan are the Sussex Squad, who are still very active. This was just posted on August 21st, just a day ago. On a Sussex Squad account, they're all public. Most of their accounts are public, and they seem to be reacting sort of positively to Harry and Meghan going back to the UK. I thought they'd be freaking out since they are constantly bashing the royal family, calling them racist and everything else. Well, of course, they're funded by the royal family via Harry and Meghan. It's all the same group. It's all a psyop. It's all to distract. They're part of censoring us, targeting, harassing, burning down people's houses, attacking elderly pensioners in the Wales like Yankee Wally. It's all the royal family via the Sussex Squad. And I want to point out that now these are very recent. I've just taken these screenshots the past few days, and it shows that the Sussex Squad are still pushing the racist narrative with Harry and Meghan. So apparently I just took a screenshot of this today, August 22nd, 2026, where somebody wrote about Harry. The people are arguing about him going back to the UK and the royal family taking back Harry and Meghan. For people who are clueless about the reality of them having been working together all along, someone wrote that he wrote a book bashing the royal family, and she claimed a family member was racist, etc. Grandma said you can't use royal titles, and they use them, etc. And a Sussex squatter replies, "This is the psyop, how they twist reality here and lie and lie and lie." Sussex squatter says she didn't claim the racist royal family was racist. She told what Harry told her about what someone said about their son, Prince Archie's skin tone, how black he might be, and what that would look like for the monarchy. Grandma said not to use HRH, nothing more lies. Next person wrote, I'm at a total loss here. What have Harry and Meghan done to deserve all this hatred? I honestly don't know. And the Sussex squatter responds, nothing. All Harry did was marry a woman who has black DNA and to kiss with the same. He caused a position. This person is writing. He caused a position in the RF that was reserved for whites only to be filled with a black person. That's all. Yeah, well, Meghan Markle's not black. She's Middle Eastern, whatever. And she's not even a she. She's a he. Speaking of using the racism again, I came across this on Threads. I was actually searching Yankee Wally, and they attacked Yankee Wally after her death. And I still have yet to see something official, an obituary or a death notice in Wales. Nothing. I have not seen anything official about Sadie Quinlan. And I'm not saying she's not dead, but how do we know she is? There's nothing official. And just a couple of YouTubers who claimed that the daughter contacted them. Well, how do they know that was really the daughter? I mean, the daughter didn't come out and make a video or anything. We have no idea. I mean, we know what the daughter looks like, but she didn't come out and say anything anywhere as far as I know. If anybody has seen anything, I just wish, I don't trust anything on the internet. I take it with a grain of salt. And until I see something official, I don't 100% believe anything. And I have not seen anything official pertaining to Yankee Wally's Sadie Quinlan's death. For all we know, she could be in a hospital somewhere and just unable to communicate. We just don't know. But anyways, speaking of psyops, and is that the Sussex Squad again? This is recent. They're still pushing with that story of the guy who plagiarized to get a prestigious position in a university at Oxford, I believe. And he was found out to be plagiarizing like Meghan Markle does. All narcissists, Satanists, they all copy. They can't do anything original. And this person, the Sussex Squatter on Threads through Instagram, writes, their goal was to kill that girl with negative media coverage. I'm glad she called their BS and exited quick. Psychopaths. And then underneath that, Sussex Squatter wrote, Meghan Markle's decision to escape the British press feels fully vindicated. Jason Arday was hounded relentlessly. 188 articles in 9 days, 249 in 22 days over a plagiarism controversy. This is what sinister, relentless journalism looks like. And then underneath that, someone wrote, the press spent years insisting Meghan Markle was irrelevant, unpopular, unwanted, but we all know they needed her. They needed her star power. Hell, they can barely write an article about the leftover royals without mentioning her. Press needed her global reach. They needed her presence to sell papers, drive clicks, and revive their dwindling relevance. So they're still pushing they're trying to align Meghan Markle with this person, Jason Arday. Yeah. So this is what you're talking about. That again, these are recent. These are just the past few days here in August 2026. So this has been going on since the beginning with Harry and Meghan, from the very beginning, when Harry made a claim that the British media was racist and leave his girlfriend alone. And then, of course, the introduction of their Antifa terrorist group, Sussex Squad, with their bizarre postings, etc. Very evil, still sinister, still going strong though. They're continuing. They've threatened there and said we're not slowing down. We're going to continue. And of course, again, this is all paid for by the royal family, and it's against to attack Americans and our freedom of speech, to dox and harass us, and to censor us. Anything that goes against their narrative. So, since the royal family is at the top of this food chain of death and destruction and an attack on Americans' civil rights under the guise of racism, and it continues to this day, and Harry and Meghan are still very much supportive of that. Let's take a look at what I want to look at what the royal family plans on doing next with Harry and Meghan now that they're back in the UK. Because it's not going to stop. They're still, it looks like they're going to continue their attacking online and attacking Americans, freedom of speech. Of course, they can do it from the UK as easily as anywhere else to the global network of criminals. So let's see. What are the royal family? Now, when I say the royal family, I mean the firm, right? Which, of course, includes King Charles, Prince William, and all the rest. The firm that they work for is one huge corporation, basically. So what the group, them and all their advisors and their group there that makes the narratives, that pushes the narratives out, that is controlling things there. What are their plans with Harry and Meghan next? They got Harry and Meghan back in the UK, so they're putting out all this nonsense that everyone's covering. And I don't know why my camera looks like this on the screen. It looks all weird and slowed down for some reason. All right, I think I've got it now. Right, this looks a little better. Oh, my goodness, I had nothing trouble here. All right, now that I got that fixed. What's going on with my system here? Anyhow, I'm flipping these cards around, although they're oracle cards. They're not read upside down, but whatever. I'm so used to shuffling my cards around to get reversed. But anyway, all right, back to this. What is the royal family? Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this. Super size me. Doing too much, excessive overindulgence. So you can look at this as Meghan with her PR. She's a pig. That's what she looks like inside. Meghan's demon that's inside of her, even though she's got the Ozempic for the outside. That's Meghan for attention. Meghan the pig for attention. That's all it's about. That's what breaking the internet. And that's, her constant drive for attention and her narcissistic overload and her Sussex squad, terrorists there, whatever they are supporting of it, the Antifa criminals that they are. They're going to still try to supersize Meghan while she's there. And this is Meghan eating all the tabloids and saying, look at me again, me," and stuffing her, face there, stuff. So all over the British press, no doubt. I'm sure the Brits will be thrilled. Not their misfortune. They're like, what else could go wrong? Oh my goodness. And then I guess, oh, look what just flipped over. Look what just flipped over. Did I tell you or did I tell you? They are going to be very active. And again, we've got a pig. And who did I just call a pig? Right? Meghan Markle over here, the pig with PR. And there's the pig swimming with her squadron on her back, looking out for those tweets and YouTube videos. Close friends, soul tribe, reconciliation. So they're going to be closer than ever, the pig with her squad. Wow, are these cards accurate or what? Oh my goodness. Repo. Wow, maybe they're trying to repossess their house there. I take it they're going to try. This is the game. Remember the game of Monopoly? I think of how the Queen banned that game because they got so crazy with trying to get everybody's stuff, right? The royals always fighting over the stuff. Default payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. So the storyline is that Harry and Meghan are broke and they had to go home. We all know they're funded by the British royal family and it had nothing to do with them going back to the UK. More likely legal trouble that they're facing with Harry's visa as well as other criminal activities. But looking forward to what the royal family is going to be doing with them now that the pigs are back in the UK, it does look like there's going to be now. I have heard with the repossession here. I heard that I don't know if it's true or not because you can't believe anything they write from the Royal Rhoda news sources, but about Harry and Meghan are no longer able to go back to Frogmore. It's no longer theirs, I heard. Maybe they're going to repossess it. I don't know. There's some sort of um, there's going to be a lot of financial things going on there in the news. We're going to be hearing about what because Harry and Meghan are. There are going to be lots of stories, I'm sure, that Harry and Meghan want what William and Catherine have, and they can't, and they're racist, and the Sussex squad are going to go after and make up lies about William and Catherine and harassing them with Christopher Boozy, and they'll have the little meetings on Discord. We'll talk about what hashtags they're going to use to harass the royal family. So I see a lot of that going on. I see the squad being particularly active with the pig. I mean, this is going to be squad and pig working very closely together. So I would expect to see a lot. They should write a children's book about that. Squad. I mean, I honestly, I mean, my goodness, how accurate is this? You can't make it up. Anyway, cards are always full of surprises. They never cease to amaze me. All right, so let's take a look at the royal family, the firm, the men in gray. What's the general attitude about Harry and Meghan and what they're going to try to promote with them or do with them? And what secrets, activities? how the censorship. Now, we all know Harry and Meghan were really here to push censorship with CCDH and Aspen Institute, Nick Clegg, Chris Krebs, Joy Craig, the CIA, Renee DiResta, Maria Ressa, Katie Couric, and other globalist activities with the Clinton Foundation, Clinton. Yeah, and and various Democrats, satanic Democrats. So, how did that affect their censorship activities? How is that affecting their situation and how the royal family is going to deal with Harry and Meghan going forward? And what are they expecting to do with Harry and Meghan? Yeah, Meghan's a pig with the PR, so they know they're going to have to do a lot of puff pieces around her. That's what she's there for, as her job. Going to happen next? What are they going to be up to next with this? What they don't want with Harry and Meghan, as far as they know, their narratives, what they're doing with them, how the royal family really feels about Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, my last reading, they feel quite successful in what they've done, the damage they've done with the Childhood Safety Act scam and the fake scam of the with James Holt making those screens of death. You know, vampire. They were both vampiring off the deaths of American children during COVID and utilizing that to push censorship on other Americans. It's so evil and diabolical. I mean, it cannot be. It's like Meghan Markle out of Uvalde, just soaking in all the deaths of children there and trying to vampire that off to empower herself. It's always with the Satanists. It's always about the blood of children and sacrifice of children that they get their power from, that is vacuum it up with their vampiristic natures like Harry and Meghan. So Meghan's not just a pig, she's a vampire pig, you know? Anyways, I digress. So how do the royal family see Harry and Meghan in general? What are they hoping to do with them as far as their narrative and their activities going forward? And what's the likely outcome? What is the likely outcome going to be with Harry and Meghan? Let's find out and see what the cards will show us. Harry and Meghan, the royal family, the firm. How are they going to deal with Harry and Meghan going forward? Let's see what the cards show. All right, so general situation. Oh, look at that. Again, the idea of Seven of Cups. I get the idea of the internet. Posting this, posting that, overwhelming people with puff pieces. They are going to continue that. They want to keep people confused, not knowing what's really going on. That's what Harry are there for. That's what they did with this when all of these censorship activities were going on. Harry and Meghan are playing the buffoons, the pigs with their Sussex squad. Oh, King of Wands, being destructive online, again with the King of Wands. So you can take that as a Harry card. They do want to continue their abuses online. They do want to continue, the lies and the pushing the racism. Like I said, the Sussex Squad are still pushing racism online. They're still pushing the same tired lies, same tired narrative, attacking people who know the truth. Harry and Meghan did call the royal family racist and denied it. And they had Omid Scopy name the racists, claiming it was King Charles and Catherine, but then trying to blame it on a translator. I mean, the satanic trickery and mind effery of these Satanists is just never ending. You can't even, it's not even worth talking to them. You just, they're nothing but lies, and they're going to twist everything and create chaos because they're just evil and they just want to kill everybody. And Nothing is, they don't know what the truth is. They can't even imagine it. They're so satanic and evil and possessed. So yeah, they're going to continue the same chaos with Harry as well. In particular, I think that Harry is as usual the head, Mister threatening Gavin Burrows to try to make an entire lawsuit after threatening a man. So he's going to be up to more criminal activity for sure, and his Sussex squad are going to be backing him up all the way. So I do see a lot more abuse, more mental abuse, more lies, more attacks from Harry and Meghan themselves with the press and the Sussex squad. I see a lot of that. And this is what the royal family supports and what the firm hired them, Meghan, for basically. And it's been very successful. And it's what they want to continue. I mean, just the news that they're going back has already gotten so many people all blah, 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 right? So what's going to be secretive about it? What are they going to keep underneath it all? Well, the work. They're going to be very secretive about what's being done and what's not being really done. That's the whole thing with Harry and Meghan. They pretend like they're working so hard, but they're not doing anything. Everything's a joke. Everything is a mockery. So whatever they do, it's not going to actually matter. It's not about accomplishing anything. It's about being a distraction while the real intelligent people are in the background actually doing the damage or the work of bringing in the New World Order, censorship, and whatnot. And they certainly don't want people knowing that Harry and Meghan were forced to go back to the UK because of the work they've been doing. How did Harry and Meghan's censorship work affect how they're being dealt with now by the royal family? Oh, Ace of Swords. Yeah, Harry and Meghan were kicked out because the truth came out. Yeah, they were told go back or else. So the truth came out about their censorship work and the royal family's backing. And so that is very much the reason. I mean, the reason, the truth of that coming out is the reason they're running for the hills and running for the UK, particularly Harry. It's a very serious matter, as TRG is very clear about. This is, something that should have serious repercussions. And, I think it's quite simple. The punishment should be that Meghan Markle has to forfeit her passport. She's no longer an American citizen, and the UK is stuck with her. I think that's a good enough punishment for me, for the UK, and for King Charles. King Charles has to take care of Meghan Markle for the rest of his life, the rest of her life, and you have to keep her in the UK, and she could never come back here to America. So, and she could never be in an American publication ever again. She'd be strictly banned. No images, no words, nothing. Everything, but she can only be in the UK press. The Royal Rota have to be the only ones that can report on her. And of course, Harry has to be banned as well, and everybody else in the royal family. But I digress. What does the royal family, the firm, expect of Harry and Meghan? Oh, 3 of coins. Getting the work done here. So they expect them, to help them get the real work done in secret. This is the secretive work they've been doing, like the censorship and the bringing in the New World Order agenda. So Harry and Meghan are going to be very helpful to them as a distraction. So I think they are figuring out the firm on how to use them. And of course, that's right from the beginning here with the Seven of Cups and King of Wands reversed. They're an amazing distraction in the media. And that's going to help them, firm, do all kinds of things without people paying attention, because Harry and Meghan are there to be the major distraction. The bottom of it all, of course, justice reversed, which is about criminal activity. A large group of people, like the royal family or the World Economic Forum, they're all the same people working together. So that is, of course, the one world government that Meghan loves so much. One young leader she was a part of and whatnot, all the same thing. So that is, around everything Harry and Meghan are going to be used for. And that's the work that's going to be done that Harry and Meghan are going to be a front for, a distraction for. So what do the royal family not want with Harry and Meghan? Yeah, they don't want any real pushback on the royal family as an account of them or on their work. They know that there's people are so riled up and they have with their Sussex squad attacking them that um, it's not conducive to them playing the victim. So I think they're going to try to keep out, Harry and Meghan pretend like they don't know the Sussex squad are there. At the same time, they've called them and they've thanked them and they've raised money with them. But at the same time, they pretend like they have no idea what the Sussex squad are doing. They never comment. And people at the press have called them out and said, Harry, Meghan, you got to reprimand or call out or stop your Sussex squad. They never do. So that's going to continue on. So I think like not acknowledging the Sussex squad and their activity, because the Sussex squad have made it quite clear they're going to continue pushing the racist narratives and other lies and attacking people online. So, particularly journalists, but anyone, any YouTuber or anyone on Twitter or whatever, they're going to be gunning for. So, they are Antifa. They do love to attack into platforms, so that they will be. So they're not going to acknowledge them. They're going to be, at least officially, anyways. They're going to be trying to keep them a secret. Like Harry and Meghan don't know anything about them. They're just fans. Yeah. So what do the royal firm want with Harry and Meghan? Oh, Ten of Swords. So they want the criticism on them. They want them to be criticized again and again, and they want that people are focused on them and taking them out and criticizing them and demanding them to lose their titles. How many years have we been saying for 10 years now? Take away their titles. Of course, Harry and Meghan stay right there on the royal website. And again, you hear people saying, no, William will do it. We just have faith. William will do it. Yeah, I don't think so. I have no faith in any of them. Believe it when I see it. And I haven't seen nothing from William or Catherine. So, yeah, but, Harry and Meghan are a great distraction. And they take all the heat, and that's their purpose. They're the whipping dogs for the royal family. They get to play the victim and for everybody to hate. And then William and Catherine look so much better, and Charles looks so much better in comparison when they're really not. So next, how does the royal firm, how do they really feel about Harry and Meghan and dealing with Harry and Meghan? Oh, major arcana. Upright Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so they know Harry and Meghan. They feel very fortunate to have Harry and Meghan. They are phenomenal. This demonic distraction. They are put the world's attention online off. You never know what to expect. What's gonna happen? How much damage? How much chaos? They're going to with their Sussex squad and whatnot. I mean, they are like the biggest she has. Meghan wants to break the internet. I mean, this is how you do it. You've got all these Sussex squatters. You've got all these mainstream media around the world at your feet and telling them what to say, what to write, what they can and can't write. I mean, none of the mainstream media have ever reported about the fake pregnancies or the birth certificate that's fakes. You name it, how many things, again and again. The fact that Harry's been involved with the censorship and the ousting is too, there's a little bit, but not much about his involvement. The little bit that's out there is basically them making it look good, like it's such a wonderful thing he's doing, instead of the crimes he's committed with the Sussex Squad, and virtually nothing about the Sussex Squad and the damages and the harassment and the criminal activity against people and how Harry and Meghan have been funding them. None of this has been, or very little has been, in the mainstream media because the royal family won't allow it, and globalists control the mainstream media. That's why I say don't watch it anymore. And yeah, I forget why I'm going off on this rant, but basically, Harry and Meghan, they are very useful to the firm, but you never know how they're gonna take everything and just flip it upside down anyways, right? Whatever they cover, but they are a great wrecking ball, and they're also wreck away from the rest of the family to make clear the path for them to look a little better. So in that way, they feel fortunate that they've been able, through whatever sorcery, demonic powers that they use, to get Harry and Meghan. I think that's why Meghan It's constantly mimicking, copying Princess Diana. It's that sorcery she's using to get and garner such a reaction from people, even though everybody's sick to death of them, right? So what's going to happen next? Seven of coins reversed. So again, as as usual with Harry and Meghan, it's going to be doing a lot of nothing, something, trying to seem like they're doing anything when they're really not. And it's going to be a lot of accomplishing nothing and complaining that they don't have enough and they want more. And they deserve, it's a whole usual story, the same story that's been going on. So it is going to be a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of nothing being accomplished and officially anyways, because Harry and Meghan are the distraction while the real accomplishments of destruction are happening elsewhere. So yeah, Harry and Meghan will continue failing upwards intentionally. And in the long term, I have want. Yeah, I see a lot of death and destruction, war, NATO, the Invictus activities as well. But I see this as also as a criminal activities. This is someone who is, you could look at this as someone turning, the royal family upside down, the institution upside down, taking things that are honorable, like it's considered respectful of a military person who's died in battle, being very respected and respecting. And it's going to be no more respect. It's going to be Harry and Meghan do nothing but disrespect and use military and injured veterans as platform for to be obnoxious and satanic and ridiculous, and Meghan to wear her Princess Diana tops and yes, take center stage and all attention to herself. So I see more of a using and abusing military, and like they do with Invictus, as well as the royal family as well, looking to bring down the prestige and of the royal family even more, damage there as well. And yeah, I've heard that people now over here now what they want from Harry and Meghan, what they expect. People have said that they expect that Meghan and Harry are going to be the ones with Charles, who's who's an Islamic, right? He's not Christian. He's Muslim now. And they said Harry and Meghan will be, and you have the person here. Looks like you could see this as a Muslim woman with Harry. There's a bald. Isn't that interesting? You've got a bald man with a woman who is dressed like she's wearing a Muslim outfit. So I see this as bald Harry and the pig, right? And I see them inside a mosque. So this is what they want. So I do think that the rumors are true. I think it was Lauren the Insider who said this, that Harry and Meghan are going to be the ones to reach out to all the Islamic places. And of course, that's what Meghan did from day one. The first thing she did after marrying Harry was to go to the Grenfell Towers, and make the cookbook. And she was visiting there, the kitchen all the time. So I see that restarting again, the secret visits to visit the Muslims and the refugees, doing cooking together. Maybe they're going to make another cookbook, but it'll be all garbage. It'll be all nonsense. It'll just be more Meghan inciting and dividing and using and abusing British people and try to destroy national pride. This is what this is about, destroying national pride, and part of the psychological demoralization. Demoralization is what they're about. Chaos and demoralizing people, in order to bring in, again, it's all to bring people to the new world order that's still going to be going on with the criminals of the World Economic Forum and Harry and Meghan and Klaus Schwab and Charles and William and all the rest of them are all a part of. So there you have it. So more of the same, for Piggy Pig Pig of the PR Piggy Pig Pig. Take my picture, and he will, of course, her and Harry will be doing their Piggy Pig Pig act and have the protection of their squad. Will be very active, no doubt. Also, all funded and all thanks to the royal family, the British royal family. Thanks so much. So there you have it. So I hope you found this interesting. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a. Oh, and one more thing. What else they want besides Harry and Meghan to be the object of criticism? Harry and Meghan also want to do this to the British people and the British press. And Harry almost succeeded. Harry came very close to taking out the British press. If the judge would let him get away with that, I don't think he's going to stop. I see them working. This is what they want. They still want to kill off free speech, and they probably want to kill as many white Britons as they can as well. They don't want you fighting back. Why? Like, don't you dare fight back. It's racist. It's racist. Yeah, so I'm just going to add that. So the British people are under attack for sure, just like the Americans have been. And the Americans will continue to be on attack because they have the same plan they want to bring here, and they have been to America. So we got to be on guard for that because that hasn't stopped. That's still being pushed. And they're waiting for the right time. They're gunning for it. And yeah, so we've got to be both everywhere in the UK and US regarding their attacks on us with this globalist agenda. So anyways, I'll stop right there. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening. Like and subscribe. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.